In this video, I will show you some important concepts in Git that you should really focus on. And after knowing this concept, personally I feel mastering Git would be more easier for you. So if you are already familiar with Git, consider this video just as a part of revision and watch it. It will hardly take few minutes. So the very first thing in Git is to know what exactly is Git. Now if you ask me to explain it in a simple way, I would say this. It is a software which will help you to track the changes that you made in your project. You can assume project as any code that you are working on. Like maybe if you are working on, let's say, restaurant app, so Git will keep the track of all changes you made to this restaurant app file. And the most important thing about Git is even your friends can also work on the same project file. Doesn't matter how far are they from you. So Git is beneficial for those people who want to keep record of their work, and it can be also helpful for team members who are working on big projects. Moving on to the second thing, for this you need to remember these three terms: working directory, staging area, and the repository. So the very first thing you need to do is to create a Git repository. A repository, as I have told you, it works pretty similar to a folder. Only the thing is, repository is used for collaboration in software development and also for version control. On the other hand, you all know about the folder. It is used for organizing files on computer. Moreover, to explain it in software terms, repository is typically used to manage source code of software project. Now to create a Git repository, you can use Git bash for it. I have already made a video on Git bash. You can check it out later. So to create a Git repository, you can use this git init command on Git bash. By this command, .git folder will be created inside your project directory, where all your project files are stored. And it's actually hidden. If you have seen my previous videos, I have always shown the location of this folder. Now why it is? Because this is the most important folder. All your projects are saved in this particular folder. So don't even think of deleting this folder, or you will lose all your history. Whenever you open this folder, you will get to see this type of content inside it. If I started to explain each of this content in this video, it will really take a lot of time and it would be complicated for beginners to understand. So it's better not to go too deep. If you do, you might get confused and give up. I had explained about head in branches of Git video. You can check out if you want, but after this video. Okay, now once you created a directory with the help of git init, now remember those three things which I have said earlier: working directory, staging area, and the repository. So working directory is the folder on your computer that you are currently using. Now once you edit or create a project file in your working directory, you now need to add the file to staging area. This is the area where all your changes will be stored before commit. Here you have a control on whether which changes should be sent forward for commit, because not all changes are meant to be saved or shared. So after using git init command, use this command, git add and the file name. The file name which you specify here will be saved in repository. Remember that. And finally, the last step is to commit the file, which means saving the file to local repository. For that, use git commit and the message. You can specify why you have committed this file in message. So that's it. After this command, all the changes will be stored permanently in your local repository, meaning inside .git folder. Hope you have got the connection between these three terms. Working directory, where your project file is present, staging area and local repository are present within your .git folder, where first you need to add this file to staging area by git add command, and then commit it by git commit command to your local repository. At this point, the changes you have made to your project are stored on your computer in object folder, which is located within .git folder. This means that your changes haven't been uploaded or shared with others yet, and they are available on your local machine. If you need to send this file to server, or you can call it as a remote repository, you need to set up connection between local repository and remote repository. For that, there is a video on our channel that can help you out. In that video, you can assume GitHub represented as your remote repository or a server. So this is all about Git workflow. You just have to remember these three commands: git init, git add and git commit. Alright, the third thing which is important to know in Git is lock. In case if you want to know the history of how many commits has been made in your repository, you can use Git Lock command. This command displays SHA-1 hashcode, name of author who have made commit, date and time when the commit was made, and the commit message. Alright, the next thing is to know about branching and merging. To explain it in short, let's say if you are working remotely with your team on a project or developing some kind of new feature or maybe fixing out some bugs and errors. In all these cases, branches come in help. You can create a separate branch for these purposes, so you don't have to worry about the main project getting any kind of errors since your main branch will remain untouched. I have made a video on this particular topic, so just go and check it out after this video. From that video, you will get to know the internal working of the branches in Git. So the last but not the least thing in Git you should know is how to get stuff back from remote repository. These are some simple steps to follow. So first, you need to fetch changes from remote repository. For that, you can use git fetch command. With this command, you can download all the stuff that is present inside your remote repository. By this command, you can download the content, but the content will not get updated to local repository. To get the updates to your local repository, you need to use git merge command. And by this command, all the updates will be there in your local repository, that is on your desktop. There is a shortcut for git fetch and git merge command. You can directly use git pull command instead. By this, all changes will directly get updated in your local repository. Actually, this command is combination of git fetch and git merge. But many developers around you will suggest not to use git pull directly. And it's true, because in case if you are not aware of what changes are being merged, you will have no control over it. And suppose if you have made any local changes to files that conflict with changes made to the remote repository, this pull command will attempt to merge the changes automatically. This can result in conflicts that are not easy to resolve and even can lead to data loss. So it's better to use git fetch followed by git merge rather than git pull. What do you think? So that's it. These are the 5 most important things in Git that you need to focus on. Doesn't matter whether if you are just starting your career with Git or maybe if you are in advanced stage of your career. Alright, that's it for this video. You can follow this series if you want to know more about Git. Thanks for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more educational content. Have a great day. Bye.